Hello everybody, how's it going? Good to see you all. We are going to be playing some Minecraft today. If it'll load, there we go. And so, in case you've been missing some of the past streams, you may not be aware of what's been going on lately. Gonna boost the music volume a little bit there. Okay. But you may not be aware of what's been going on the server, and I just kind of want to catch you guys up a little bit. So, wood farm, still not done. Sorry. It's been on my mind today, but I've just been occupied doing other things. VOD channel, still not caught up, but it's closer than what it was. So that makes me happy. I need to catch up on all my projects. Today has been just a rough day in general in terms of doing things. Every time I sit down to do something, I just instantly get distracted by something else or have lost the will to do what I set out to do in the first place. Here we have my fishing village. It was called Shell Coast. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on the name there, but for now it could be called Shell Coast, I guess. I've got plans with this. First off, we'll do the interiors at some point. I'd like to have that all completed. And then I'd like to go ahead and get a pathway set up from here all the way up into the village up here. There's not going to be a village for a little while until we actually finish the wood farm, but a pathway may not hurt to go ahead and get set up. That way I can kind of start decorating the village a little bit better. This bridge right here, I've still got plans to do it. It's gonna get done when it's gonna get done. I've got to decide some things about other projects. It might mean this is one of the last things to get built. It might not. We'll see. I just don't know if I have time to do all the projects that would make this build make the most sense to me. So, then that brings us over here. This is our pretty big project, you know. It doesn't look like much, and that's because it isn't much right now. The reason we need the wood farm, okay, see ya, Nuggy, thanks for hanging out, I appreciate it. But you see that tree there? It's not done. I need more wood. In order to get more wood, I need a tree farm. So, yeah, we're gonna have to build a pretty big tree there. We're gonna have to build a pretty big tree right there, and there, and there, and pretty much all over the place to kind of give this the effect I want. Unfortunately, that means, you know, this area has been delayed because of my lack of wood farm. Still working on that. But then that brings us to the largest of my projects, at the moment anyway. Maybe my largest project on the server for hopefully for the season. Let's be realistic here. I don't need to make any larger projects than this. Doesn't mean I won't try. But over here, I have this huge build I've been working on. And that's kind of what we're going to work on today. So we have kind of decided this mountain needed something. And so I've decided to add a whole lot more depth to it, so it's no longer just a flat, you know. It's no longer super 2D, so when you're looking at a mountain, it doesn't look like this. It's now going to have a whole lot of depth to it. It's going to have stuff behind it. You know, it's going to be really nice. So that led us to making a cliff face over here. It's not done yet. I mean, in case you couldn't tell, there is no cliff face here. It's a work in progress. There will be a cliff face. You're just going to have to trust me on that one. Over here, we're going to change all of this into sacrificial runes. It used to be another player's, but since they don't play really anymore, I think I'm going to just kind of upgrade the area while honoring what they did have here. I feel like a sacrificial runes would kind of fit in with the theme a little bit. But then, you know, that takes us over here as well. That player that built all that also built that. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that build yet, but I do have some hopes and dreams to maybe kind of complete it and move it somewhere else rather than keep it down there. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, there's going to be a cliff face all along this side, following this stone. And it's just going to keep going and 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 going until eventually it stops here. And then it's going to also do the same thing on this side. There's going to be like a really huge gate here where there's going to be like, where the boats can go through. And then there's going to also be the mountainside will continue from here over to here where it'll eventually end. And then you have to fill in everything, right? So, it's not just, it's not just going to stay flat. It's gotta create some more interest with the mountain range. So those are also gonna happen. Luckily, peaks don't take too long to build. And there's also things like this that are gonna take up a lot of space. This is kind of what I'm currently working on. This is the Cherry Grove biome that I was wanting to make. And this is gonna be the custom Cherry Grove biome. And so far, so good. I think it's gonna look very nice. What we're going to do is we're going to add some hills on it today. We're going to finish filling it in as well. But we're going to add some hills. Then we'll probably go through and add some of the trees. And I'd also like to add some like smaller rocks and such. And then what I might do is possibly make a couple of armor stands. I've got an armor stand idea that would be kind of cute and adorable. And so it would probably follow kind of the... I don't know how many of you guys remember that scene in Kung Fu Panda where Po and Master Shifu were like training with the dumplings. That's kind of something I'd like to recreate just a little bit. I think it would be kind of funny. And I think it would fit in with the area fairly well. So if I can, I would like to kind of try to recreate that just a little bit with some armor stands, and we'll just see what happens, But after this area is done, there's a couple more areas that I have to work on, and it's not just the mountain. It is within the mountain, though. I thought this circle was going to be big enough, but it doesn't kind of reach where I wanted it to. So we've got to kind of mess with some of this stuff a little bit. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to look. But this is going to all get turned into a Nordic kind of inspired village. I don't know if you guys can really see the dirt too well, but there is dirt outlines here. I'm going to terraform that in a way that kind of fits the build that I'd like to build. And I hope it kind of turns out very nice. Outside of that, there's another build that I'd like to work on at some point. Well, a couple more builds. Over here, I want to turn this into a ruins with a volcano instead of this mountain. I think a volcano would look very, very nice and kind of add to the ruins on why it was in the first place ruined. It would look really nice with the tough bricks now I'm thinking about it if it was ruined, because then it would actually have some scorch marks and such. So that might be something we wait on, I don't know. Over here, we have this village as well. It's nowhere near completion. It really does need 2 more houses or so, and it also needs the iron farm to be moved. And then, of course, trees. Custom trees dotted about to kind of help fill in the area. This is going to get turned into a statue at some point, so, it's not so ugly. I've got a couple of plans for that. There might be more builds on this side, but this is kind of like last resort. Okay, if the server is still carrying on, then we'll work on this area. I've got some pretty cool builds that I'd like to do over here. But the other big build that I'd like to do before that one, which would allow me to build this gate, right there, is I'd like to come over this way. And over here in this mountainside, it's really close to spawn and the minigame district in general. but I think it would be really cool to have like a castle that really incorporates itself into the mountain. And then within the mountain, there's like a cave with like a giant dragon inside of it. I think it'd be really cool, kind of like Smog from The Hobbit inside of the mountain there. I think it'd be really, really cool. And then the castle, of course, would be awesome as well. And then, all of that fits in together to kind of complete the build, hopefully. There is one more part to the build that I'm considering still. This has been in the plan for a while now, but I'm unsure if it'll actually get done, is expanding the mountain range even more with some stone leading up to this. If we were to do that, it would eat up whoever's build this is, and I don't remember whose build it is, but it could possibly eat that. I know I kind of adjusted it so it wouldn't, but it might. We'll have to just wait and see. But that would kind of cap off everything, hopefully, and it would make my build, complete. Because as of right now, there is no obvious stopping point. You just keep adding more and more villages until you are bored. And I do want, like, an obvious stopping point with it at some point, right? I mean, I've got a couple of ideas to really help, to really help get it going to the point where, like, I don't ever get bored. Because really, with the goal of Minecraft, you don't want to be bored. You want to keep finding things to do. And, I've been finding so many things to do, and I just wish it was so easy for everybody else to do that, too. Like, for some reason, I have no problem taking on the really dumb, huge projects that, like, for example, building a mountain range, or, building a mountain range with, like, 12 cliff faces and 2 villages on top. That was kind of another idea I had. I'm not really 100% certain on it, but there's another spot that I'd like to put a village if I have time, and that's over here. There's another village that I'd be covering over, and I was kind of thinking it might be nice to put something else there instead. So let me come over here. You see that nuke? Yeah, like all of that right there. I'd like to turn all of this into some sort of village, custom village. And I think it would look really, really nice on top of the mountain range and cliffside. Kind of overlooking the ice, It would be pretty neat. I'd also like to get a little bit into organic building and stuff. Building, like, larger creatures and such in Minecraft. But it is very tricky. It's not something I've been very good at ever. So it's something I want to start practicing, along with, building large trees from scratch. But, those are both things that I'd really like to do at some point. And I think if I could, then that would really take all my builds to the next level. Because, you hide creatures and things. And, I'd so be down, to add some sort of creature out there in the icebergs. I don't know what it would be yet, but if I could build some sort of like giant ice dragon or something, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here for those kind of ideas because I haven't really thought about it. But if I could build some sort of giant creature out here, it would be so awesome. It would add a lot more life to the build. Because that's kind of one thing I've been noticing with my builds. While they all do have their villagers inside of them, the villagers aren't free to roam, so the village is pretty well dead when you get there. There's nothing saying, oh yeah, it's got life to it. Which is one thing I'm excited about with the Cherry Grove biome. I'll add some armor stands, and then also those trees do drop their leaves. So that'll also kind of help. Okay, I I think I've pretty well explained what we're gonna do today and what the plan is in general for the base. So let's go ahead and go grab some dirt, and we're just gonna grab it from down here. Because it won't make anything ugly if I take it from down here. We're actually gonna go this way. We're gonna take it from this side. Because I for sure won't be needing any of this dirt. But yeah, that's the plan for today, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen after all of the Cherry Grove biome. I would hate for the stream to end at that point. Because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to build it, but I'm okay with it ending there if it feels like the right spot to end the stream. I'm also like really tired. I've been what I'm calling sick. I don't know if it really is, because like, you know, I've not. I'm pretty sure it's allergy related, because as soon as I take my allergy medicine, it's not as soon as, but you know, when I take my allergy medicine, it seems to help dissipate the symptoms a little bit. So I'm assuming it's something from allergies, just seasonal. And with the change in the weather and the rains and such that we've been getting, I would assume that's where a lot of it is kind of stemming from. Hey, Dorito, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. 07, back to ya. So I'm just gonna throw out a guess to say the allergy stuff. That's been like really beating me up. But the good news is, you know, I've gotten a little bit of work done today. Like I said, VOD channel almost caught up. Like we are, let me double check this. But I think we're under 10 thumbnails away from being caught up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How am I 14 away again? Oh, because I'm counting today. Okay, that's why. Yeah, so including today, never mind, it's 14. That's okay, though, you know? And a lot of them are gonna be really easy. It's just, you know, I've got some work to do. That's for certain. Oof, yes, oof indeed. It's okay though. It's okay. I thought I was doing good, man. I don't know what happened. I thought I got a lot done today. What? I'm actually kind of a little bit shocked there. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've done a lot today. I must have not done as much as I thought I did. Oh well. You know, I did enough. That's all that matters. Just means tonight I'll probably buckle down on it a little bit more. That's the worst feeling. I know. There's nothing like, oh man, I spent like 12 hours on this. And then you step back and it's like, I've not even gotten halfway through this. I remember doing that with school and stuff. Like, I took forever on a problem. Like, one specific problem. And then I would go, oh man, I'm so glad to be done. And it's like, you've only finished one of the, you know, one of your 10 problems. And it's like, oh, not again. Can I take this jacket off, please? Thank you. It's hot. It's hot now. I don't know why it's hot, but it's hot. My room can't seem to make up its mind on whether it's gonna be hot or if it's gonna be cold. And so, I don't know if that's me or really my bedroom, but I'm blaming the bedroom. Let's see, I need to do this, and... Okay, let's see, does that give us one shulker yet? Close. What we're working on right now is, I'm building a little cherry grove biome up there, and, I need just a lot of dirt, in order to finish it. So I'm just taking dirt from underneath the mountain and moving it elsewhere. It's ethical relocation, I would suppose. Like, I don't know if it's generally accepted to relocate dirt, but I feel like it's okay in this scenario, you know? I'm doing it for the right reason. Or the coordinate where you thought you've been doing something, or been somewhere doing something to what felt like ages, but it's only been 10 minutes. Yes. I get that. I remember when I was working at Walmart, there'd often be days where the store would just be not busy at all, and there would just be nothing for us to do. And so, you know, you're like, oh man, we must have been here for like, you know, we must have been here for about an hour. Like, surely it's time for my break, right? No, it's only been 15 minutes since the last time you looked. I mean, I don't know squat about Minecraft courtesy. I just do what I want and the world bends to my will. You know, that's honestly fair. That is very fair. And respectable at that. I'm sure Admiral would definitely agree with it. Let's see, I need that. Yeah, there we go. A square. Ooh, I just got an idea. I don't know if I will or not, but I might possibly stick a little bit of like coral fans in here with like a couple of axolotls and maybe some sea pickles. I don't know. I think it would look nice, possibly. True story. I like the idea. We might have to do it then. The thought crossed my mind, and it seems like a good idea. I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. So, you know, it must be a good idea. Discord has an update again. I don't know what's with my Discord, but lately it either will keep crashing or it just has a new update every single day. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't know what's with it, man. I can't explain it. Okay. Discord is supposedly updated now. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm gonna get another update tomorrow. I know I'm gonna do it. If your future self doesn't show up to stop you, how bad could it really be? That, you know, I like that. I like that thought process. I'm gonna go commit murder now. I mean, my future self hasn't stopped me yet, so I don't know who I'm murdering, but I'm gonna do it. Twitch for legal purposes, this is a joke, okay? Justifiable. I mean, I feel like there's some logic in that reasoning. There's so many other jokes I'd like to tag on here as well, that because my future self hasn't stopped me yet, I would do it. But, I definitely would get canceled for some of them. So, like, you know, not gonna make any jokes about a certain set of towers or anything. Just because I don't want to be put on the FBI watch list for one. Again. Or, I don't want to be put on the no-fly list, more specifically. I don't know who I'm murdering, but I'm gonna do it. I felt that. Oop. You know, I'm a little bit sick and twisted, but it's okay. Aren't we all? I love that that's how that's my little security blanket there is. You know, if I'm sick and twisted, everybody else must be, and that's okay. If everybody else is, then, you know, surely it would be okay. Let's see, how much dirt do we have? Not much. Okay, I do have a little bit more in the shulker, I think. We're all, you know, unique. We're all unique, in our own ways. Nervous, sweating. We're very, 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 very unique. Some more than others. I mean, we all know. We all know how unique your brother is. He's his own special unique. That's certain. Oh man. I mean that in a good way. I do mean that in a good way. Before anybody says something, I mean that in a good way. You really brought that one up. It's okay, I have a unique brother too, and I don't mean that in a good way. I'm sure he'd probably kill me, just for saying that, but, you know, it's okay. He'd also agree with me. That's the sad thing, he would kill me even though he agrees with it. I'm assuming your brother doesn't scream 24/7? Yeah, you'd be right on that one. I don't think I've ever heard my brother. Well, how mean do I want to be? I could tell you guys a story here, but wait, is this in lowercase? I won't tell you guys the story, but I can say I have heard him scream before. In a genuine reaction. But I won't tell you the story just because, I do need to sleep tonight, and I can't sleep with one eye open. That scared me. Why can't I hear him hiss? I can only hear the explosion, excuse me? Let's turn those guys up a little bit, I guess. Also, I guess my chunk claim doesn't quite reach that far. So I probably need to, start expanding the claim soon. That's over there. Okay. Over here? Yeah. Okay. You know, nobody saw that. Oh, okay, there's another one. Saw what? Yeah, I mean, weird lag spike, right? Weird how this hole just conveniently formed and, you know, nobody saw why. Very weird, very strange. Yeah, definitely lag, right, yeah. 1000%. Let's do that. There we go. I just realized I'm not just building. I've also got to do the hillside. That's gonna be fun. Can I get more frog lights? Do I have some? I think I do. Yeah, I think I put a couple in here. I think. Yes, I do. Okay. That should kind of help with the mob spawning issue. Just a little bit more. Okay. That should help. What's the plan here? I'm thinking like a couple of like cherry grove trees and then like I'm kind of thinking like a hill on this side of the lake. Just a very small hill. And on top of the hill we'll do a couple of rocks and then maybe like some more trees. Kind of like a very nice, peaceful, you know, area amongst like the mountains, because I'm an idiot and I have too much here. Air village thingy, possibly. You see, this is what I'm dealing with right now. So right now it's kind of in the air, but it's eventually gonna be in the mountains. I'll quickly run through the plan, just really quick. You see, I built these mountains, and then I wasn't thinking, and I was like, oh yeah, this should be quick, right? Then I came up with, like, some big plans, and then, it just didn't stop. It just didn't stop, and so... And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna build like a little village right here, you know. This is gonna be our Nordic village. It's gonna be up in the mountains and, you know, the Vikings and, you know, pretty cool stuff. And I was like, whoa, what if we built a cherry grove biome right here? Oh no, stream froze? Oh no. Let me double check. Are we all Gucci? Maybe, possibly. It looks fine on my end. I'm gonna say it might have just been you. Which is okay. But yeah, we've got this lovely Cherry Grove biome that we're working on. But it doesn't just stop with those two things. There's a really large cliff face that I want to build across two mountains. And then, I mean, I mean, technically it's only one cliff face. There's another really large cliff face that I want to build between two other mountains. It's technically two, um, it's technically only two mountains and only one cliff face, but due to the size, it I'm not so sure it constitutes as just one cliff face, but it's the thought that counts. I am curious now though, what size is it? So it goes from 1800 all the way out to, all right, yeah, size is gonna take a while. I meant the lol emote, but that works too. Yeah, a nice L for that, honestly. Fair enough. Oh geez, no. Oh shoot. Okay. Was that negative? Okay, yeah. Okay. Starting to get a little bit worried there. Minus 400, is it? Guys. This is 1,400 blocks long. Is there any way that I can, like, speed this up? I it was at this moment he knew. Yeah, definitely messed up here. 1,400 blocks. I never calculated it. I don't know why I didn't, because it's not just like one side either. Like, you're not just talking 1,400 on one singular plane of blocks. You have to do that all the way down to the water, which is like another 60 blocks down. Oh, gosh, no. Oh, boy. Okay, hypothetically speaking, let's mathematize this, even though I hate math. Let's say each block, you have to go down 64. You're looking at 89,600 blocks. Now you divide that by 64, that's only 1,400 stacks, which is like 51 shulkers worth of stuff. But you're not just talking about that either. Now I think about it, you're only talking about that far. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even counting the blocks that you're going left and right. I'm only counting forward and backwards. Oh, gosh. We've messed up. We've messed up. Hi, Happy. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. We're just realizing how dumb I am. I've accidentally planned something out that's greater than 1,400 blocks long. Cause it's 1,400 blocks forward backward, but I didn't measure right and left. Which easily adds probably what, another 200? So that's like 1,600 blocks easily. Multiply that by 64 because that's to go down to the ocean. 102,000 stone blocks at minimum. It's probably more than that. And I mean, I'm not including this cliff face. This one's not big. This one is this one's a baby in comparison. And then I have mountains on top of it. Why am I Why am I the way that I am? Okay, hypothetically, right? Let's say I wanted to finish this before the middle of next year. So you got November, December. I have an ad, but your turmoil is pain to see. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I've got 8 months if I want to finish all of this project before June of next year. And I do 8 King SMP streams a month. So 8 times 8 is 64. So if I wanted to finish this project, I'd have to play 16,000, or sorry, 1,060. I still can't speak. 1,600 stone per stream. Now, if you're wondering how much that is only 25 stacks of stone. That's 1 shulker box worth, and that would be every single stream. That's a King SMP stream until June. Guys, I have made a mistake. The math is making it unbearable. I recognize that it was a big project, but now I'm like, this is a huge project. Yeah. I should probably get up and start my day, but I'm comfy. Well, good morning. I don't blame you for not getting up. It's probably Saturday for you, so it's a weekend. So unless you have anything that you gotta do today, man, relax for a little bit till your brain's all turned on and ready to go, and then you can get up. I'm sorry for what I've done. You know, it's okay. Sometimes we just need a reality check. That's all. And I mean, that's not including everything. Like, I have to do more than 1 shulker box. I've got more than 1 shulker box that I've got to place per stream. Well, now I just feel bad. I do got stuff to do today. I'm from Australia. Wow. From the land down under. We are pretty much on the opposite side of the world from you. I guess it's probably like, what, 9 in the morning for y'all? It's 7 p.m. here. And, our day is starting to wind down, really. I mean, mine's really just starting, I feel like, but, 10 a.m. I see. Nice. Well, if you have things to do, you know, take it slow. Take it slow. It's a weekend. That's the only saving grace about Saturdays is like, it's a weekend. Yeah, you might have to do some things, but you know, take it slow. You know, it's unless you have to do something like right in the morning, but if it was in my normal time, it would be 9 a.m. I see. Saturdays are pretty much a normal weekday for me. True. I'd say pretty much similar here. With the amount of work I do, it's just it changes what work I have to do. A Saturday or a Sunday, it's different in some regards, but most of the time it's just I'm still doing everything I normally would. I'm just doing a couple of different things. Like, depending on what stream I'm gonna do, or how many thumbnails I'm gonna make, or, you know, that kind of stuff. We have stupid daylight savings. I'm glad somebody else hates it. I'm not looking forward to it. When is our daylight savings supposed to kick in? Alright, let me see. When is daylight savings in West Virginia? Okay, ends. I'm sorry, it ends on November 5th. Great. Great. But yeah, I don't like daylight savings. I wish we would just pick one of the times to stick with it. A couple of the states here in the U.S. have all have started to let go of it. So I'm guessing that, you know, the rest of the U.S. will follow suit, and then hopefully the rest of the world. Or alternatively, I hope the rest of the world does it, so then the US will follow suit. Either way, I don't care. I just hope somebody gets rid of it. Hang on. Hang on. Yes, please. My dad made cookies. My dad made cookies, except that one state that refuses to change. You're gonna have to be more specific. Are we talking like Missouri there? Because like Missouri hates change. Every single person from Missouri that I've ever met hated change to like a 5th degree. And you know, I can't blame them. I don't necessarily like change, but I don't hate it as much as they did. You even change one thing there, like you move a tree or so much as touch a pebble in their yard and move it, they know and they hate it. Everything is super. It has to be in its place. It's scary. I'm saying there is always one state that just refuses so they can be different. That's fair. That is fair. I think a lot of the agricultural states would probably not want to, because that's where daylight savings time originally came from. Was you would change your time because of the farmers, because their days would start at the same time every day, because you know, it made more sense. And so when the sun was out at a different time, your time of day would be out at a different time too. However, it doesn't really matter anymore because we all have our own digital clocks. So you don't have to look up at the sun anymore and go, oh yes, it is this time or whatever, you know. You mean the state of misery? Yes, that's the one. That is the one. I've been learning a lot about some of the U.S. states recently, and so, and that's just on my own free will. I'm out of school, so you know, sometimes I like to learn things to keep my brain a little bit sharp. Um, and so, I've been kind of learning a little bit more about the United States, and so, one of the fun facts that I can tell you guys is the reason we have a West Virginia and a Virginia is because of the Civil War. And you may have known that, and you'd be going, King, that's obvious. Why are you saying like this is some revolutionary fact? Well, one, some people didn't know that. But two, it goes a little bit deeper than just that. Virginia was originally one of these states that wanted to keep slavery, and West Virginia doesn't have suitable farming land, so we had no use for slaves, and generally speaking, our religious leaders were all pretty well against slavery, and in that time period, religion was heavily focused on, especially Christianity. And so here in West Virginia, everybody had a poor view on what slavery was, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm not advocating it for anyway. Before I say something that sounds a little bit off, and so we voted to split off from them when Virginia seceded and joined the South. It was a nice little historical fact for you all. I didn't know that it was because of our. I knew we were on the right side of history in terms of that. Like, I knew we fought the Civil War and, you know, we didn't want slaves, but I didn't know the exact reasons behind why we fought, other than just the fact that we didn't want slavery. So there you go. Nice little historical fact for some of y'all. I've been trying to find a modded SMP because I honestly have been sick of vanilla. Unfortunately, our SMP here isn't modded, but it is vanilla. And I would say it's more vanilla plus. So it depends on what you're sick of in vanilla. So a lot of what we do here is like we give you things to do. So if you don't know what to do, and that's kind of like your hard part in vanilla is like you fight the dragon, you get your gear, and then you don't know what to do. We have quests, and there's a good amount of these where they give you some rewards for whatever you do. So if you kill 25 mobs, it gives you an iron sword. But then, you know, you get to the extreme quests, and there's some pretty interesting ones here, like enchanted horse armor. You can't get that in the base game. Or killing the ender dragon 10 times gives you a set of elytra wings and some shulker shells. If you collect every ore block, you get a special pickaxe. There's some unique items in here that you can get. So if that's something that interests you, there's also that. In summary, had a disagreement and then divorce. Basically, yeah. I guess ironically, it was also the West Virginians' attempt at gaining independence the same exact way the Americans wanted independence. Because of West Virginia being primarily mountainous and higher elevation and unsuitable for farming, they oftentimes were overlooked, and so they weren't very well represented in decision making for the colony. And so, or the state, whatever. I don't remember what it was called at the time, if it was a colony or a state. But either way, you know, they felt underrepresented in the councils and such, and so that was another reason they kind of just wanted to like they wanted to do whatever the opposite was of the main Virginians because they wanted to be their own thing at that point. They felt like the other side wasn't listening, you know? You need to be more open-minded. Oh man, character development. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some more, like, fun historical facts. I love history. History has always been fun, at least to me. And, I like to try to keep up with it a little bit. I've also been kind of trying to pick up a new language. I'd like to learn a little bit of, you know, some different languages, and I think that would be a lot of fun. But, you know, like I said, you gotta keep the brain sharp. And so, you know, I want to learn some new languages. I want to learn a lot more with the music side of things, because I love to play some of my music with, like, the guitar. But I'm kind of like at a stalemate with myself there on it. In order to really learn any of the new stuff that I want to do, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time on it, because I've reached the point in my life where learning takes longer, which is weird. I don't know if my brain has just developed faster than everybody else's. And so, like, you know, I don't know what's happened exactly there. But what I can tell you is, like, I don't learn like I used to learn. Don't forget about cookies, right? Thank you, Admiral. I appreciate that. I know a song about the 1814 war, at least. It's short, but it's a doozy. I'm not familiar with any songs about the 1814 war. I kind of felt that, yeah. I know, like they say, learn things while you're young because it's gonna get harder when you're older. I didn't expect it to be so soon, though. Like, you know, I get it. You know, you get older, it's harder to learn things, not just because of time, but also, like, your brain just literally is slower and has a harder time retaining that stuff. But it's also like, man, it sucks. It really does suck, because, like, I'm only 19 and I'm having a hard time recalling some of this stuff. Like, for example, the language. I know you mentioned what language. I'm trying to learn some Spanish. I have a lot of friends that learn, or that know Spanish. And so I would like to also join the Spanish club. and so I've been trying to pick up a little bit there, but I could only pick up the basics really before I already started kind of having a hard time remembering it. Like, there's some things I can kind of guess my way through. Here's the issue: I want to learn the older I get, but the younger I am, the less I want to learn. Yes. I felt that. Felt that for sure. Some habits could also play a role in it. True. That is very, very true. I regret that now. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things. I wish I had taken more time to learn some of those skills. Like, for example, I wish I didn't automatically deem programming above my knowledge level, like computer programming. Because I love the concept of it, and I wish I actually stuck with it. But when I was younger, I had already deemed that it was too hard for me to do. And then I just never had time to pick it back up. If I had just stuck with it a little bit longer, though, I think I would have had it. And that kind of stuff pays well, too. Truth, Watson. Alas, mistakes are made, but, you know, that's what defines my humanity, I suppose. For if there were no mistakes made, then I would be, hang on. There's like a poetry thing here, definitely. If I were without error, then I would be a fool. I would be a fool. To go with what you said, Admiral, failure the greatest teacher is. Master Yoda was very wise when he said that, and I'm just throwing that out there, you know. Without any failures, I would be but a fool. I know Enderman language, though. What a flex, am I right? You right, though. You right, though. Enderman language is pretty fire. Okay, my dad said to go down and get cookies. I will go get those cookies, but I will be right back. In the meantime, you can enjoy a nice little be right back screen that doesn't have anything going on, because I still haven't fixed it. My bad, y'all. My second favorite Yoda quote. I'm gonna get my cookie now. Hey, I'm back. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. What? That was the greatest threat ever. Oh, gee, I remember that one. Just in time for 3 ads. Love it. I mean, at least the timing was nice. At least you guys didn't have to miss anything, right? Yeah, that's what I meant. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, how are we feeling about this hill? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet. I think... Hmm. I think one more layer on this side, possibly. One more layer up. And then... maybe on this side, even one more layer up with a tree on it. On this side, we could do like a rock. And then in the middle, there would be like a little bit of a dip. And that's kind of where I don't know, we'll figure out something else to go in that spot. But I think it could look nice, maybe, possibly. My sarcasm looks like looks the same like my... I can't read. My sarcasm looks the same as my observations. Oops. It's okay. It happens. It happens. How did I kind of just forget to do this side? Okay. It was very moving when he said it. Yes. Yes, quite. Am I out of dirt? How did autocorrect do that? That's alright. I can't audio spell. Wow. I'm actually amazed at autocorrect on that one, man. That one's impressive. Imagine not being able to audio. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce that. Audio seems the most... Ado? Oh shoot, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I'm... In my defense, I'm gonna blame my allergies on this one, okay? Audio. 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 Excuse you, sir. It's a do. Obviously. I'm gonna blame my allergies on this one, and the only reason why is, you know, it's given me some, like, you know, serious brain fog when I bid you adieu. Okay. I'm not... Audio. Audio is better, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's better. Everybody should be pronouncing it that way. It's very Gen Z, you know? You didn't just dies. I'm just modernizing the word, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you gotta dress up that old stuff. It's okay. That's how you get things like, oh, what is it? Not bussin'. That's not the right word. What's the word I'm thinking of? Shoot. Hang on. Dementia. It's hitting hard. Nope. Okay. It's not bussin'. What's the word I'm thinking of? Riz. There we go. That's the word I'm thinking of. You know, we just took the word charisma, right? And then we were just like, you know, take away everything that's defining about it, and then just leave the rest. And that's how we got Riz, right? And that one actually makes sense. Like, bussin' makes no sense to me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. There's a lot of places where bussin' could have come from, and I'm not really a fan of either of those. Or any of those possibilities. Riz, on the other hand, at least comes from the root word charisma. Like, that makes sense. Riz is amazing. Riz is the only Gen Z word I like. That actually makes sense now. Yeah. At least that's my understanding of it. Like, they took all the defining bits out of charisma, I feel like, you know. They just kind of left the middle, I guess. I didn't put it together because I didn't think it was worth it. It really isn't. It's like one of those nice things where you can flex on all your friends, where it's like, I know where charisma came from. Or, not charisma, I'm sorry. I know where Riz came from. Like, you know, flex on all your friends with that, but... I mean, if you really want to get into it, if I'm not mistaken, it actually came from a Twitch streamer's chat, or streamer in general. Kai Cena? Is that the guy that did it? Riz came from me? No, dog. No. There's many things that come from you, but Riz is not one of them. Except if it costs your dignity or your life. It is always worth it. Oh, I see. Thank you for making me cool with the kids now. Oh yeah, I got you, man. I got you. There's your Gen Z word of the day. I still don't understand cap. I don't know where that one came from. Cap means lie. Cap is a lie. I mean, like, I get that, but I just don't get it, like, why? You know? Like, why is that lie? Captivate, caption, captain. Not capacity, I don't know. Like, let me look it up. What, or where did no cap originate? Okay. No cap means no lie or for real, according to dictionary.com. Cap is another word for lie, so no cap emphasizes when someone is being truthful. I've never heard anybody use the term cap for lie, besides in Gen Z slang, which is interesting. The phrase is rooted in African American vernacular English, or black speech separate from standard English, according to USA Today. as early as the 1900s, to cap meant to brag, exaggerate, or lie about something, according to dictionary.com. Additionally, no cap can be used to describe something that has no limit. In the Green's Dictionary of Slang in the 1940s, to cap meant to surpass. Therefore, cap could be defined as the top or upper limit, according to dictionary.com. I'm so confused. So wait, when did cap mean lie? I'm still kind of like figuring this out. When did cap become lie? I've never heard it used in that term. You're not hiding the top of your head? Yeah, man, I've got no cap. Okay, let's go to dictionary.com, right? Where's dictionary.com? Cap. Okay. Cap. A close-fitting covering for the head, usually of soft, supple material and having no visor or brim. That's a noun. Verb. To provide or cover with, or as if with a cap. To complete. To follow up with something as good or better. To cap one joke with another. To serve as a cap covering or top to. To put a maximum limit on. In British sports, to select a player for a representative team. Interesting. Origin of cap. First recorded before 1000. Middle English cap spelled C-A-P-P-E. Headdress hat cap. Old English, I don't know how to pronounce that one. That's a symbol we don't have in modern English. Hood, cape, cope. From late Latin, cappa, hooded cloak, cape, or cap. Of cape. Capeless, capless. Interesting. Cap, a capital letter. That's another one. Cap, a capsule, especially of a narcotic drug. Well, hello, El Cap. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Interesting that we've summoned you here today. If I said it 3 times on the mirror, Cap. Welcome. We're trying to discuss the origin of the word cap. We're trying to figure out when it meant lie. And I'm having a hard time finding it. Even in dictionary.com, I'm not seeing it. How does it become a lie? 3, 4, 5. Prescriptions. Chapter. Capacity, capital, capitalize, capital letter. Fool's cap. But no lie. Okay, British definitions. Agricultural policy. Capital, capitalize. Okay. I don't see it anywhere. I'm gonna look this up myself. Please do. Please do. I'm confused. Can anybody tell me what in the world no cap, or how in the world no cap also can mean no lie? I'm like, other than the fact that it just does. That's the confusing thing to me. Like, I get like no capacity, maybe. Like no capacity to lie. But you're still like dropping off the whole to lie bit. So I don't know. I'm honestly confused. Um, I legit think it's about caps, being used to hide something. That could make sense. 'Cause you'd be saying, you know, when you're saying no cap, you could be saying, I'm not hiding it, you can see it right here, kind of deal, maybe. That could make sense. That one's an explanation I could sort of get. Now, I don't know, I still use the term cap, no cap. Mostly when I'm joking around, because it's a fun thing to say. But, you know, I'm not 1000% convinced I would put it in my daily vocabulary. Yeah. Think about hiding from the government. People often wear a cap to hide, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Grimace, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I don't know why I kind of said that with like a little bit of an accent. A. There we go. We're just working on a mountain here. Off topic, but this Taylor Swift album is a bop. Yes, it is. I've listened to the entire album. I listened to it all today, and it was very good. I was impressed.
Hello there.
Thank you for the follow, Fluffy Seal. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I accidentally reloaded shaders. That's fine. Ducks? What about the ducks?
Hello
Listening to Style. Style is nice. Thank you for the follow, El Cap. I appreciate it. We're just kind of working on my my Cherry Grove biome here, or what's going to become a Cherry Grove biome anyway. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I might even possibly drag this out into like a little bit of a river over this way. So when you get over here, there's actually going to be a little bit of a cliff, and the water could flow down that cliff into another pond down there. I don't know. I'd have to wait and see, but that's an idea. What songs are your favorite though, Admiral? For those of you who have listened to the new Taylor Swift album, or the reproduction of the current Taylor Swift album, 1989, Taylor's version, what do you guys think? I've listened to the entirety of it, and honestly, I actually think all of the songs on there are enjoyable. I am going to be guilty of this. I do think all the songs on the album are enjoyable. I can't say the same about all the other albums, but that one, for some reason, the 1989 era just feels different, sounds different, is different, and it's nice. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start capping it off here. And then we'll go through and add a couple extra hills on top of it, but for now this should be okay, because there's a little bit of height variation, and it should look good, hopefully. I'm trying to think. If I'm not mistaken, the only Taylor's version album that needs to come out now is self-titled, right? I might be forgetting one of the smaller ones, or I just completely forgot about one of the big ones, and I thought she already did it. But I'm trying to think, I think it's only self-titled now. Let's go and just ensure that we're not gonna get sneak attacked by any creepers or anything. Try to think. After we get this section done, what's next? Hello, I come bearing gifts. That is, if you didn't figure it out already. But apparently, it's its own word. In the 1900s, it used to mean no limit or no fuss, and for Gen Z, it turned to no lie. In other words, truth. And in USA now, it means to exaggerate. Not for Gen Z. Interesting. Interesting. I see. So... okay. So it just means it because it does. Okay, that, that... fair enough, I get it. You do eventually reach a point where something has to, just... something does eventually just have to mean it because it can, or it has to. That's the entire English language. Well, not necessarily. There are a lot of things that, like, it means something because of something else. Because of root words and, and so, when you get things like, because of Latin-based languages, really, that's where you get your root words and syllables and letters and such. It kind of helps you out a little bit there. But with shorter words, it does have to just mean it because it does. Because there's no structure there to say, okay, well, it means this because of this or whatever. Except for AAVE, but I don't know what that means. That would be African American Vernacular English. Not familiar exactly with everything that is with that topic in specific, but that is what that means, I believe. I sound super nerdy. I read that on the internet just briefly, and I feel very smart knowing about it, but that's about it. I know that a lot of grammar comes through translations of other words like Latin, but I can't find any past translations or origins. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Pretty sure every language has its own words. Like for Germany, there's a word for going out alone at night or something. And for every other language, some English words don't exist. Yeah. It's interesting how that works. And it's kind of interesting how, like, in English, another thing, like, for example, a lot of languages are kind of backwards compared to us. So, for example, like, with Spanish, when you want a cheese sandwich, you actually say that you want a sandwich with cheese or something like that. Or if you want a fish burger, you want a burger of fish or something like that. Sandwich de queso, yeah, sandwich with cheese. And it's so weird. The adjective comes after the noun, yeah. Where in English, you know, it's the complete opposite. You would describe what you want before you say exactly what you want. But there you'd say, I want a sandwich, but I want it with cheese, and it's a cheese sandwich. Sandwich, mit Kasse. I don't know German. I don't know how their pronunciation structure works too much. Like, there are some things that are, like, in your face. Oh, yeah, that's definitely how you pronounce it, but, yeah, it's also very interesting that, that certain words and languages just don't change very much. So, for example, like German, we have a lot of their stuff that we just kind of stole. Or, like, what is it, aeropuerto for airport in Spanish. Pasaporte, for passport. And then you'll get, like, something completely outlandish for ticket. Boleto. Like, where did that come from? Excuse me? Where did we get that? It's interesting. And if you're fluent enough, you can play around it and make your life harder. Like, exactly. Oh, gosh, yes. Yes, exactly. We love to see it. We love to see it. Sorry in German is es tut mir leid. That's sorry? Okay, pan is bread, pescado is fish, yes. And the only reason I can ever remember pescado is because a pescatarian is somebody who doesn't eat any meat except for fish. And so a pescatarian would be somebody that eats fish. So I can kind of keep that correlation in English to Spanish, pescado, pescatarian. That bit makes sense to me. But yeah, pan. Pan is bread. And then you guys want to know how to say train? It's tren. You guys want to know how to say in, like I-N? It's Ian. N. It's dumb how similar some things are, and then how other things just are out there, man. I didn't know that. It was something I learned back when I first started streaming. Somebody was like, I was talking about how I love to eat burgers, and I asked everybody else what they like, and they're like, well, I like to eat fish. They're like, my family's pescatarian. I was like, wait, I've never heard of pescatarian. Is that where you just only eat, like, fish, and you don't eat, like, other meats? And they're like, yeah. I was like, whoa, okay. It's a learning experience, you know? It's pretty cool. Very sure German gives us one word to use for a whole phrase, so head start. I didn't know that. Water is Wasser. It's also kind of interesting, like, in Spanish, to say, like, please, you have to use two words. Por favor. Por favor. I don't know what each of those mean individually. Like, favor would sound similar to favor. So, you know, I would assume it kind of falls in line with that. But I don't know. I haven't learned that yet. But, you know, in Spanish, you use por favor to say please. German is forwards to say please? Why? These are the questions that I need answers to. Yes. I need an expert linguist to join stream right now and tell us exactly why this is the way it is. There's some fun words to say in Spanish, though. I believe it's disculpe, which is like excuse me. So like excuse me, por favor. Another one is lo siento, which is sorry. So you could do yo soy lo siento. I am sorry. Disculpe, excuse me. And so, like, if you're just making your way through a crowd, you can go lo siento, disculpe, and just kind of, you know, run through those fun words. That's the Mexican translation, I think. I believe so. Probably. I don't know what translation I'm learning exactly. Because my mom is Puerto Rican and she doesn't use disculpe. Oh yeah, there's so many different ones. I might be learning Spanish. I don't know. There's so many different ones though, and the dialects are insane. Two of my friends argue between what's the right way to say straw, like the thing you drink through. I can't ever remember which ones are which. Duolingo won't tell you what you are learning. Yeah, probably not. She'll yell at me in Spanish and I'll be fine because I don't know what she's saying. That's great. That's great. I just like learning it because it's kind of fun because now I can actually kind of watch a couple of movies and if they start speaking Spanish, I'm picking up on some of the things they're saying and I'm like, interesting, I like it. I can kind of pick up on what you're saying. Not a ton, but like, you know, I know a little bit and then I can kind of guess my way through some of the other things they're saying. It does if you know where to look. Here, let me see. Spanish is Spanish, Chinese is Chinese to them. I am learning Spanish. I believe that is the Spain flag though, so I would assume it's Spain Spanish. But it very likely also would stay in line with like the Mexican translation as well. There's a lot of similarities between them and then there's a lot of, you know, non-similarities. Tells you more words to say the same word though. That's also true. It does a pretty good job at giving you some other word options. And if you do mark it that you're doing it for travel, I do believe it gives you preferred dialects in certain areas. Another fun word, and everybody knows this one, but it's a fun word to say, baño, bathroom. It's just a fun word to say, baño. Like, el baño, the bathroom, don't mind me, man. It's a fun thing to say. I was gonna say yo soy el baño, but then that would just mean I am the bathroom, and I don't want to be the bathroom, man. So never mind. Banyo. Germany has three different ways to say that, and there are no rules to explain why. That's one thing that annoys me so much with with Duolingo is sometimes they don't tell you the rules with it. And so like sometimes I'm struggling with like bebo, bebe, bebes. That's different ways to say, is that one eat or drink? I think that one's eat, right? They won't tell me which one means which. And so, you know, it's different with tu versus yo versus versus there's another one versus like I don't know. There's another one. But then there's also like, you know, past tense, present tense, future tense. There's also that, and they don't ever go back to explain it to me. And it doesn't matter how many times I get it wrong, I just kind of have to memorize it. Yeah. No, with context. I googled and they told me you just learn the pairs over time. Really? That's weird. That's so weird. Como is eat, bebe is drink. I see, I see. I always get those two confused because they taught me them at the same exact time and they knew what they were doing. So Bebo follows Yo, Bebe's follows Tu, and Bebe follows the others like Eja. Okay. That one's another good one. She. Eja. I always have a hard time getting it out because it always comes out with a J sound. And, I mean, you know, there might be a J sound technically there, but, you know, I feel weird putting one in there, you know? I decided not to learn Spanish because it's one of the few languages I actually need to use one day. If you tap the comment button, if you get it wrong, there are a lot of good tips to read from others. Interesting. I'll have to check that out sometime. I typically I like to do report because a lot of their audio a lot of their audio cues are wrong, is what I've been noticing. Like one time it just wasn't making it wasn't making the distinction between una and un. And so like, you know, there's a definite difference there. You aren't supposed to use una all the time, and you're not supposed to use una all the time. And it wasn't I knew it was supposed to be una, and it just wasn't doing una. It was just doing una. I even listened to it slowly. And so I reported it. That was the only time I ever actually like told them, hey, like, this is wrong. Duolingo is so guilty of that in their audio ones, I find. Add lovely. I would kind of like to see what the Duolingo math course is like. I don't know if you guys have tested that one out at all, but I'm kind of interested in trying it. Not just one out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. So that's completed on my side. Okay. Nice. Have you guys checked out Duolingo's math course or their music course at all? Math? Yeah. They have a math course now. I don't think I have that feature. They may have not added it to yours. It's probably for the newer devices, but yeah, they have some courses on here. I'd be down to try the math course. Because I have a hard time with it anyway. Let me see. So, hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to pick up the math course, right? I want to learn the music, though. Me too. Me too. So, for math, they will give you prep for everyday life, so you'll practice calculating bills and tips. It'll speed up your mental math, so you'll solve bite-sized problems and puzzles. And you'll have fun with math because no more textbooks. You can start in the beginner and learn the foundational math skills for kids, or intermediate, enhance everyday skills with more challenging exercises. Let's select intermediate here. So Unit 1 is add and subtract small numbers. In other words, basically, as long as you can get through Unit 1, then you're not bad. Unit 2, you're going to group numbers together and multiply them. Unit 3, break apart using division. Unit 4, create fractions and shapes and numbers. And then Unit 5, measure and calculate the area and perimeter of shapes. 6 is learn how tens and hundreds relate. That sounds way easier than shapes. 7, learn shape names and their parts. 8 is tell time and measure lengths. 9 is learn how small numbers, tenths, and hundreds fit together. Unit 10 is learn about fraction operations. And then you go to your intermediate math after that, which is even more insane, I'm sure. That's actually not too bad. And I'm curious about music. Music, they will teach you how to read music. You don't even have to learn any instruments. You can learn 200 plus fun and familiar tunes and learn the Duolingo way. And they just have you start right away with playing notes. Acquire the building blocks of sound, develop timing with quarter notes, play and read the note F. Compare groups of 3 and 4 beats. Play and read the notes, or the G note. Learn to divide a quarter note in half, so 8th note. Play and read the note A. Compare A to other notes. Keep time in 2. Play and read the note B. Compare B to other notes. Play and read the note high C. Compare high C to other notes. Use notes that last for 2 beats. And then play and read the note high D. There's a lot of lessons in the music course. I'm not going to go through and read all of them. There's a lot of them. Duolingo way sounds evil. Yes, it does. It really does. We can't do that level in English. Level English. Oh, I didn't read the N. How dare you accuse the innocent, my brain. It was funnier without the N, to be honest. True. For teaching the tone deaf. I've never been... Like, I was good with music in terms of, like, I used to be able to read it, but I've kind of lost that capability of learning how to read sheet music like that. But I'd kind of be down to possibly start up that music channel I was talking about by doing the Duolingo courses, and then kind of going, okay, here's my opinion on Unit 1, and why it sucks, or why it's good, you know? I had 1 hour to do a lesson and the bird was doing a satanic ritual. Oh boy. Not a joke, by the way. I don't doubt that, but I kind of doubt that. That bird is devious in so many different ways. I could never memorize the notes while reading except for C. So... I was good enough with, like, my guitar to kind of do it. I wanted to pick up piano, though, because then it would kind of force me to read the music notes a lot more, because with piano, there's, you know, there's not much else for you to read. Where with guitar, you have those tabs with, like, the lines and the numbers, and they're helpful. They're great for guitarists, because anybody can kind of learn those and read them. But the actual, you know, musical notation, sheet music stuff, that stuff is hard to read. I can't remember it. Wait, explain, what do you want? Want me to tell you how to perform it? Okay, we need some cherry saplings here. Please. Okay, I see where I went wrong. Let me do like this, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a tree. That's a tree right there. Like, I could see Master Oogway standing right here and going, it is time. And then just floating off into a trail of flowers. And you know what? We might even make like a nice little armor stand commemorating that moment. Just with a whole bunch of flowers going off into the wind with Master Oogway right here. That will always be a regular peach tree. Also, the grass is spreading quite fast. I've got to say, I'm kind of impressed. I know I was supposed to read it for piano, but I was just memorize how the song went after I wrote it down, the notes above each symbol, and then never read it while playing. Wow, that's kind of impressive. I get that. It led to my downfall. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Learning it was hard, and then I just didn't keep up with it, so I lost that ability to read those notes. Like, I can read some of them still, but not a ton of them. I did that too. I've yet to find a song I dislike on this album. How far have you made it? Have you been listening in order, or are you listening on a mix? I know you said you were listening to Style a little bit earlier. I listened in order? Okay. Well, what song are you on? Let me pull it up so I can see. I'm at Wildest Dreams. Wildest Dreams is a bop. I love that one. Let's see. Welcome to New York is great. I just love all the album, honestly. You'll probably like, This Love. I think you'll also like Clean. Wonderland was pretty good. You Are in Love is good. I think New Romantics was good. Number 17 on the album is good. I just can't say it on my stream. I can't really say it ever. Say Don't Go, Now That We Don't Talk, Urban Legends, Is It Over Now? All those are great, man. Great minds think alike. Yeah, number 17. I have to call it number 17. Now we're at the Swifty part of the stream. Yeah! I'm gonna be honest, and maybe it's just I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. I don't know. But I don't like Bad Blood featuring Kendrick Lamar. The original Bad Blood is so much better, in my opinion. It's nothing personal. It's just I'm not personally a huge fan of his style of rap, and that's okay. You know, audience gasps. Yeah, I mean, saying something like that would probably, like, get me stoned nowadays. And not in a good way. Like, you know, the traditional stoning, where people throw rocks at you, not where you know. Never mind. I've heard the original Bad Blood on the original album as well. I feel like they sound similar enough, so it's not too bad. I don't think there is any good way. Oh. I mean, some people like to get... Okay, hang on. How do I say this? There are some of those who don't mind. Saying it sounds so weird. I'm just, you know what? You guys get the point. I'm listening. Don't get stoned, kids. It's not worth it. I'm not saying this out of experience either. I just know it's not worth it. Dead, dying, and deceased. It's going in the quotes. Let's go. Okay. What I'm gonna do... Something a little bit like this, right? It'll kind of just go off the edge right there. In the meantime, let's just kind of widen the canal just a little. There we go. That gave me anxiety for a second. Oh no. How you get the girls playing now? That one's a good one. I like that one. Okay, let's go get my dirt, because I hate wasting resources. Forgot you were above the ground. Oh. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I'm literally building the earth right now. Nope. Not again. Not today. Oh, more dirt. Can I reach it? No. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What I want to do, though, is quickly fly back up. Come on. There we go. I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. We all love ourselves some Captain Jack Sparrow. Good movies, yes. I haven't even watched all of them. I've watched, like... I haven't watched one full one. But, let the manifest begin. Harvest. Harvest. I haven't even watched all of them. I've not watched one of them all the way through, but they're just great. From the little bits that I've been able to see. I've just been busy. The amount of mobs that are gonna spawn below that thing. I've been trying to keep it lit up a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's already bad over there. Dad was not a fan, really? I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but it also, like, kind of surprises me. I haven't watched any. That's okay. You'll be able to watch them eventually, one day, maybe. You know? He said it's stupid. Well, I mean, he's not wrong, but that's kind of like the point, you know? His stupidity is what gets everybody safe and sound at the end of the day. and also gets them the treasure, and amongst other things. Kinda not. I mean, his unmatched stupidity has beaten many wits, so, you know, there's also that. Isn't it one of the characters where you can't take the main character seriously? Because I feel like that's totally not accurate. Yeah, I mean, to take Captain Jack Sparrow 100% seriously would be wrong, but also not wrong. Like, by no means is he somebody you should underestimate, because his plans are kind of genius, but at the same time, he is a little bit, he can be a little bit, he's like one of those people that if you were to meet him in real life, you'd kind of go, where is this guy's parents? Why did they fail him? Kind of deal. He did not know what he was getting himself into. Me around all of Gen Z. So the in-betweens really, yeah. I would say, I'd say, you know, that was my interpretation of the character, really. I mean, I haven't watched the movies all the way through, like I said. So I really can't say too much about it. But yeah, that would be my interpretation of how it was. How did autocorrect correct XD to really? You know, autocorrect is just having a field day with your messages, and that's okay. Excuse you? Okay. Whatever, bro. Oh. There's a couple of mobs down there. I don't know how this guy blew up. I'm actually perplexed. Field day, pretty sure he's dead. Or he faked his own death, because he shows up and comes in clutch when my fingers get trigger happy and accidentally types a swear. Oh, that's funny that you mentioned that, because my dad had to turn off his autocorrect, because every time he would type things out like sit, it would autocorrect to another word. And he never quite could fix it in time before somebody would see it. And he's like, it just makes me say a whole bunch of naughty words. I don't want it. So he turned it off. But yeah, that was funny times. It was around the time he got his first iPhone, I think, that he started to feel that way about it. So I can't say I blame him. I mean, he was used to typing on like probably like a what's it called? A flip phone. Those keyboards, those things were interesting, man. Although he may have had a key, I don't know if he did or not. Oh, I loved those. Fly, 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 fly. Ah. I want a typewriter? Why? For what purpose? Back up again. Because they're cool, the only real way to type. I wanted one of those for the longest time, really. Not typewriter, but still. Looks, appreciation of history, jealousy. Think of Ratatouille, however you spell it. You tried. Twice, yeah. He does try, you know. As for that, I mean, I only kind of briefly remember. Was there even a typewriter in that movie? I might be imagining it. But did he actually use a typewriter in that, or am I just imagining that? The chef, I believe, used one. Okay. That's who I thought used it. But I wasn't 1000% honestly sure. Okay. Okay, buddy. I model my life after the food critic. Did the food critic use a typewriter? I don't recall that. At the end? Okay. I mean, that's the only time you would have ever seen him, ever, because the food critic only really shows up during the one scene. Well, the two scenes, really. But, you know. Yeah, he would only show up at the end, so... I mean, I assumed he would use it, but... You're talking about the very end? He wrote about how much he liked it? I didn't know he used it. I thought that was just, I thought it was just somebody read what he wrote, not actually seeing what he wrote or seeing him type it out. How darest thou? To be fair, last time I watched Ratatouille, that would have been like a long time ago. When was the last time I watched Ratatouille? I think last time I watched with you. Yeah. Did you watch in Alias's Discord by chance, Admiral? I can't remember. I think that's the last time I watched. No? Okay, I think that's the last time I watched it, and that was like a 3-4 months ago, probably. which admittedly is pretty recent, but it feels like an eternity ago. So it's been longer for me, so your excuse is invalid. I'm old. There. Better? Acceptable. Okay. Ouch, part 2. Okay. Let's do like a little bit of a hill here. Listening to Clean Now, it's a good one. I like that one. Even besides like the message of the actual song, like it's a good message, but it's a great song, honestly. Dorito, I think we've talked about it before. What kind of music do you listen to? I can't recall what you said, so I never paid attention to the message of the song. That's fair. More often than not, that leads to me not liking some songs a little bit, so I get it. I get it. Too many different genres to be proud. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here's your hydrate, Earth Hydra. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. There she goes by the laws as a certified bop. Adding it to my queue right now. I will listen to it whenever I have a chance. I'm assuming you meant laws as in like... Hang on. I can spell it. There you go. Like that. Not laws as in like... Yes, that. Okay. You listened to it before? I don't recall that. Hello, oh boy. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing your name probably, but let's give it a shot. Uh, Frito, free, fried Oreos. Fried Oreos, oh whoa. There we go. I got it. Fried Oreos. How's your day? I appreciate you asking me. My day's been good. But how's your day been? Tell me you like the song? I don't remember that. Likely though, if I had to name one that couldn't be burned out from are Western movie soundtracks. That's fair. That's fair. Finally, someone got it. Let's go. I'm glad to be one of them. I'm glad to be the person that finally did it, because I typically have a hard time with names. It's been good, thanks. Glad to hear it. No problem, man. Always glad to check up on you guys. Um, you heard it last time we roomed together? I don't remember that. Spelled Oreos wrong. I didn't even notice. I'm so dyslexic, I just thought you spelled Oreos right. Bruh. I didn't even notice. Let's see. So, I'm working on this mountain range, and I'm trying to figure out how this biome is supposed to be put together. Spelling is overrated. Fair. Too observant. Anyone want to point that out to him? No, you're too judgy. That too. Does your server work on Bedrock? It should. There might be a new update that's messed something up, but it should be working, yes. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to, of course. Let me see, what are we gonna do here? To give you the IP,
Hello there.
right there at the end, the Bedrock IP is listed, so if you already are familiar with joining on certain devices, then you can do that. If you're on a console and you're not familiar on how all that works, my Discord has some more information on it, but you're welcome to join however you'd like. Thanks so much, no problem. Thank you again for the follow. I don't think I actually mentioned one thank you, but I did in my head. I thanked you. But there's your verbal thank you. Gotta split for now, but I'll be back if you're still alive. Farewell, brethren. Alright, see ya, Dorito. Thanks for hanging out. I'm on mobile, so it's no problem. Awesome. Let's see. We're working on this Cherry Grove biome. And, I'm trying to kind of envision what I want it to be. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm trying to think of where the rocks are gonna go. Should put sniffers in the cherry biome? Not a bad idea. Sniffers could be nice. I could definitely add one. I don't know. I don't know how many would be too many. And that would add a lot of life, because we're gonna add some, like, axolotls in the pond, I think. And that could kind of help a little bit. Let me think. Yeah, let me get some of my stone together. We'll do a couple of rocks. And then we'll kind of get some more tree placement. I need more saplings. So I might cut down some more trees after this, and it'll be good. Axolotls are so cute. I love the axolotls, man. They are great. I don't know if I needed to go this way. I think I already had another box of stone, but we're gonna go this way and just burn through more of it. So, you know, it's fine. You know what? This guy's been wandering around for a while. I don't know where he came from, really. We might take him. That way he's actually somewhere where he, you know, can be happy, I guess. That's gravel. And dirt. Hang on. I need the dirt. We can leave that there. These are all empty. Yeah, let's go this way. See if I can find where I left all my stone. Oh, this biome's gonna look so good. I definitely think a little more height variation from the stone will help out so much. And of course the trees will definitely help too. Let me put away some of this dirt. Okay, where is my stone? Did I put any down here? I haven't Coarse dirt block. Okay. The other one might be over here. Do you have song requests on? No, I don't typically actually play any music during stream. I just kind of let Minecraft do its thing, just to avoid copyright issues. We used to have a lot of those. So I've been trying to avoid playing any music. But if you would like to recommend any music, I'd be happy to listen to some after stream. So if you have any recommendations or anything, I'd always be happy to check it out. Doja Cat. I have actually never listened to a Doja Cat song all the way through. I have never listened to a Doja Cat song all the way through. I hear the ads, and then that's about as far as I've gotten. Is there any specific songs that I should check out? Let me grab some of this stone here. See, we're gonna do a little bit of stone in the water here. Not much, just a couple of rocks. Yes, paint the town red. Okay. Let me add these to my Spotify queue so when I'm done with stream today, I'll hear it. That's you. There we go. Oh, that, mistakes were made. Okay, we're gonna do that, and that, and that. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I might go through and add some more slabs and stuff as well, but just a little bit of stone under the water, so when you turn off your shaders, you know, it's a little something. You know what? Another thing I should do. A little bit of seagrass never killed anyone. Definitely I'm gonna have to trim some of this out because there's so much of it, but that's okay. I'm kind of liking this. No, it said that the server needs to be updated. Okay, let me quickly do that, and that way you guys can play. I didn't know it was out of date. Let me go ahead and see if I can fix that for you though. It's probably geyser, and you know what? Let me also check. Geyser, let me see. Yeah. Okay, let me also check the Via version and just make sure that that's also up to date. We'll go desktop, spigot, and Via version. Download. Verify I am human. And let's see. Download. And I also need to get Via backwards. Download. Okay. You have to do it right now. I don't mean to be a bother. Oh, it's no problem. I don't mind. It's easy to do, so we'll just quickly go ahead and get it out of the way so everybody else can play as well. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but there's a lot of sirens passing by. It kind of scared me. Okay, upload. A couple of plugins. Geyser. Via version. And via backwards. Now that I think about it, is Floodgate up to date as well? Let me double check that. Floodgate should not be up to date. Let me go and update that one as well then. Okay. It says it's done, but it's really not. Whenever I hear plane, I think it's like a meteor or something. Oh, jeez. I kind of felt that. Sometimes when you hear things that are just flying by, or, you know, at in one of my older towns that I used to live in, it wouldn't be uncommon for us to hear sonic booms because there would be, you know, an Air Force jet that flies by and breaks the sound barrier. And, you know, you just go, oh yeah, that's just another sonic boom. But, you know, deep down, you have to think about it for a second. You're like, did something just explode? Are we all okay? Slash save all. Slash restart. Alright, I'll let you know when the server's back up, but once it is, it should be all good to join. What's the next time you're doing a big launch or something? Absolutely no reason for asking. I'm not 1000% sure, but if I had to guess, the 1-year anniversary of this season is coming up. That's probably like the next big time, I would say. So sometime around January of next year, I think. Okay, server should be back up now. So if it's all up to date there, it should let you join, Oreo. So, there we go. Look at that. Definitely not been saving up points for mutes. Oh, definitely, no. Definitely not. I wouldn't want to live by sonic booms either. Luckily, they always happened, like, you know, around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So, like, we didn't have too many issues with it. Like, we wouldn't wake up to them. But it definitely set us off a couple of times where I was like, do I need to, like, be ready to, like, you know, pack up and go somewhere? Definitely wouldn't do something like that. No, never. Never. Let me come down here. I want to just... Also, how has it been, New Trick? I haven't been able to pop into your streams lately, but... What have you been up to? I think I saw that you guys had a new, SMP of sorts going? I think I did 20 minutes for you during the SMP reset. That sounds kind of accurate. Hey, welcome, Oreo. Yeah, it's been a lot. Oh boy. I've been kind of debating going back to trying to do another content creator SMP. For those of you who don't know, I used to run a content creator SMP, and or I didn't run it. Well, I practically ran one of them against my own will. I practically ran it, and then there was another one that I was a part of, and unfortunately, all of them just died out. Pretty much the same fate of just people weren't active. And so I've been trying to think up some new concepts to kind of flip the idea on its head and make it more interesting. so that, you know, everybody's more interested in playing and all that. But I don't know. SMPs are hard to run. As it is, I'm already running, you know, the viewer joinable SMP, so throwing another one on top of that might not be wise. It's been a lot, just lots of random fun. That's awesome. Definitely couldn't do something like 35 minutes. Oh, jeez. You've been saving up. You've been saving up for sure. Oh, wow. Nice, man. Nice. Let me put one of these guys here. We'll do like right here. Put away that. I keep wasting fireworks, and it annoys me to no end, man. Let's see, let's put like one of those there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how's this looking? Like if I were to come from over here. It's not quite what I was imagining. A couple of rocks would go a long way. So, you know, okay. There we go. Always love your vibes, dude. Just a shame that we're, I know such different time zones. Definitely shouldn't be asleep right now. I know, I know. It's always rough, cause like I can catch your streams kind of in the morning time. And then, when I'm typically going to sleep around about the time that that really you're going live, I find. It's interesting. I stay up late or early, I guess now. But you know, I stay if I had a normal person's sleep schedule, I'd be able to check out so much more of your stuff. But I definitely gotta pop back in over there sometime and see what you guys are up to. Do this, and then I'd like to do some rocks on this side as well. We've been working on some pretty dumb things recently. Like, I found out that if I place a shulker box's worth of stone every stream for the next 8 months, I might finish this cliff area. And, you know, it's pretty large. I found out it's like 1,800 blocks long. So, you know, if anyone has some recommendations on how to place a lot of stone really fast, I might need some help. Just a little bit. Do you have some food? Yes, I do. Let me get to some dry land here. And if you're looking for an international, super wholesome, and active creator SMP with no other requirements than good vibes, then I could give you an invite to Project Hydra. Definitely recommended. Hosted by Bonded Salt. Tweakaroo for fast placement. Yeah, I mean, honestly, would kind of be nice. As for the SMP, I'd have to catch up and see what you guys are all up to over there. A lot of times I've rushed into like the SMP game, and then I found out I was like, I don't actually know what I'm doing. So I might try to catch a couple of streams, and then I might take you up on that offer. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, food, right. Okay. If you would like, here, let me TPA to you. It's only invite by voting by existing members. I see. That's pretty good. I honestly like that. A lot of my last SMPs, oh, hello. A lot of the last SMPs I were a part of, they would, they had like 4 people that made the decisions for everything. Like they would take, you know, member, feedback and such. But, what ended up happening where there was just a lot of people that didn't either mesh well or, you know, it just didn't, a lot of things didn't work out very well, and a lot of changes happened that people weren't very fond of. They vote on any server change. That is perfect. Kind of like Hermitcraft. Yeah. I think that's honestly the best way to go about it until you get like a group size that's too large for that, but you know, if you're only dealing with like 30 or less people, then you can host a group vote and take everybody's opinion into consideration, you know. In-game VC is a requirement. Honestly, I get that. In-game VC is better. Is better. Like when it comes to like SMP content, SMP stuff, the amount of trolling you can do with it, or spur of the moment stuff where you don't have to go, hey, hop in Discord VC. You can just kind of talk to them right there and go, hey, did you know that, you know, you want to hear a joke? That's one of my favorite clips I have on Twitch. Was I walked up to people and said, hey, do you want to hear a joke? And then they go, oh yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah, me too, and just walk away. And they really behave like a family. Season 4 at the moment. Several year project. Nice. I'll definitely have to check out what's all going on over there, man. That sounds like a really cool place though. Let's see. I also need to double check my schedule. I know I'm a little bit rough around the edges with the scheduling recently. Not trying to throw Minecraft under the bus, but I may or may not have accidentally planned too much non-Minecraft stuff. Ophelia there, yeah. I love to play other games. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Minecraft, but I also love to play some other games from time to time. And so sometimes I'm like, it's, you know, I only spent 2 days playing Minecraft this week, and I kind of feel bad about it. But like at the same time, you know, you know, it's gonna be there when I get back. So like, I've been really loving playing some other games lately though. Like I played Valorant a couple of days ago. I played CS:GO 2 a couple of weeks ago. I played the finals last night. That game is phenomenal. I love the finals. Just been trying out some new games on top of Minecraft, and they've all been fun. So I've been kind of liking that. I played Fortnite this Sunday on stream. Yo, nice. Fortnite can be fun, especially if you have some friends to play along with. Like, man, because you can kind of all just goof off and have fun with it. It's not like you have to try hard or anything. That was one thing I always hated about playing Fortnite by myself, was like, people would... You'd have to try hard, because otherwise there's just no point. No build squad was super fun. Yes! I love no build mode. No build mode is so good. I will never forget the one time I was sponsored by Fortnite. We played a couple of games with, like, Unreal's dad. And, all I had to do was just play the game twice, 2 hours each on stream, and then, you know, that was all I had to do. And I thought that was one of the coolest streams we've ever had, honestly, because it was just different. It was fun. I really dislike the build, just not for me. That is absolutely fair. I feel like build mode just, it doesn't... It invites the wrong kind of competition, in my opinion. It just ends up becoming toxic. Unfortunately. It's just messy. Yes, that too. Let's see. Do that. This, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of liking these rocks. I'm not gonna lie. They're nice. Let me see. What else can I do? Kind of spice up the area a little bit more. Where's my... Did I put them all in here? I don't know where did I put those? Back in here. Other than that, I'm impressed how smooth the game runs compared to similar games. Very true. I will say this about Fortnite. I'm impressed with how well it optimized they made it. You should have beehives. That is a very good idea. I like that idea. Sorry, my computer was spitting out hot air, and I popped open my PC and just yeeted the glass out of here. Beehives isn't a bad idea, though. I think that would add a lot of life and movement to the build, so that might be a solid plan. So what I'm trying to do kind of as well is kind of force a perspective as much as I can. So when you enter the area, you're drawn to certain spots. And this is kind of helping it. I really want you to look in that general area right there where that tree is. So I think I need a little bit more clutter right here. But not much. Just a couple of trees, honestly. Okay, let's take a look at that, see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Although that tree that generated is very janky. What is that? Okay. Whatever. And then from here... I do need to finish down here as well. I'll get around to that when I get to it, it's fine. So from here, right? What are some spots I'd like you to look at? Candy, ooh, here we go. Now, I do have candy, Candy dabs, still got some from last Christmas, or was it Halloween? I'm actually out of all of that candy. But I did get some more, actually. I'll give you two options. I have a pack of sugar. You can't see it, but I have a pack of sugar right here. Or I have, like, real candy in this bag. So, you know, you can pick whatever you want there. There's a couple of good chocolates in here. But I don't mind eating sugar either. I mean, I have those for emergencies as well. Come on, the real stuff, that's kind of what I was figuring. Okay, here we go. We got some Hershey's in here. Also, give me 1 minute. I gotta blow my nose. Wrong capture. Here we go. Okay, now we're back. Alright, so we'll take a nice piece of chocolate here. See that hydrate and dab as well, yeah. Alright. This packaging is weird, man. Last one off the belt or something, it's cut differently. Interesting. Okay. Now you see it, now you don't. Hang on. And off the bed. I knew I should have stuffed that in my mouth. Here's your hydrate. Last couple of drops out of there for you. And a dab. If you want, just write to me on Discord and I'll tell you about Project Hydra and stuff. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Will do. It was good seeing you, man. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. Yeah. See you around, definitely. It's been a while since I've had chocolate. Been a while since I've had chocolate. So this Hershey's was actually surprisingly good. You know, I mean, I like, you know, I typically am more of a fan of dark chocolate, but that being said, you know, milk chocolate has its time and place. Me too. Thank you. Let's see. We're gonna just kind of try to fill up this side just a little bit with some trees. Maybe one more over here as well. Well, one here. And then we'll put one over here, right up there. Put one there. And we'll do one right here. Slash back. And I think I have beehives somewhere. I don't know where. I will find them. And when I do, we'll try to put them in that area and see what they look like. Yeah, I gotta go. I have my state exam tomorrow. No worries, Oreo. Good luck with that. I hope to see you again later. And it was good meeting you as well. Good luck again, and we'll catch you another time. Let's see, I wish it would have grown the other way, but that's okay. We'll do one more, like, right there. Okay. Yeah, how does it look when you kind of walk in? Now you're looking at it from this point of view. You've got a lot of trees, and then right there, there's kind of that opening spot. Okay. Yeah. I like this. I like this. Okay. Let me go ahead and finish the water a little bit. Need to finish the bone mealing and all that. Trying to make it a little more spotty. Luckily, I can definitely do that when the tall grass shows up, because I don't like it poking through. So that kind of helps out a little bit there. Hiccups. Jeez. Okay. Do that. Okay. That definitely does add to the life of it. We gotta keep in mind that we are making this with shaders in mind, but with shaders out of mind as well. So how does this build look without them? It's nothing super amazing. But, that being said, it's not bad either. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys what. We're almost at halftime here anyway. I'm gonna go get some water, because I'm getting a little bit thirsty, and we're out of water. And I've got some trash that I gotta throw away anyway. So we're gonna go to the back screen. It's gonna be a little bit longer, we'll be right back. So, go grab some water for yourself as well. Grab something to eat if you haven't had a snack or you're a little hungry. Grab yourself something to hold you over for a little bit. And I'll catch you guys here in a second. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We're back, though. I have water now, and trash has been cleaned up, and we are ready to begin our next little step in the process here. We are going to... Actually, don't really know what the next step in the process is. Let me think. I mean, there's a couple of options, really. So, you know, with us being up in the mountains, I can kind of just start putting the mountain range back up around and, you know, it'll be fine. Or we could start extending this a little bit as well. You know, maybe not this specific section, because I want this to be a waterfall on this side. But, you know, maybe we take... Yeah, we'll add a cliff here somewhere. But, you know, say over on this side, there's still going to be cliffs and such because... I'm going to show you. Just give me a second. It's a large area. Over here, we're going to start building a little bit of a pathway that goes down a little bit. So it gives this area more height. And I think it would kind of help out just a little bit. This whole area, really, in general, was made to be a test run for that giant circle there, so I could kind of get my bearings on how to do terrain a little bit. So, like, I'm okay with doing some experimental things, but I'm not 1000% sure how that's going to turn out. We're just going to have to wait and see. Let's see. Speaking of seeing, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I don't see what I need to do. Okay. I'm going to start plotting out a pathway from here on over, right? Okay, we'll put it up to there, right? Kind of feels a little bit windy, just a little bit. Let's, yeah, let's just kind of go from spot to spot, I suppose. Okay. This isn't bad. Just need to kind of widen it a little bit. Shoot. You know, it should be okay. Yeah, okay. That's not bad. And then I need more dirt. And I need more stone. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just a little bit of that. And then this. And all the spots that need it. This stone is actually partially in the ground. Wow. Okay. That definitely does look a lot better. Adds something to the build. Gosh. I don't know if you guys heard that. Wow. That one felt different. That one felt different. I don't know, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. We'll be okay. So now your eyes aren't only gonna just be led down that way, but you're also gonna have a path that does also attempt to lead you. So that should definitely help. Okay. Let's do like that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna light up the area a little bit. I feel like it's I feel like it's not quite gonna be as easy as I think it is. You know what? Actually, it might be the petals, right? I don't know where or how I'm gonna get a lot of them because there's not any way to farm them. So I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to just find a cherry grove biome that hasn't been absolutely decimated so I can decimate it. But I need like, you know, a bunch of flowers. I wonder if you could put those on top of like these lights to kind of help hide that. I don't know. I don't really want to hide lighting. I want lighting that makes sense if I can, but sometimes that's just not possible, and like, you know, I recognize that. And so this might be one of those cases where I just can't make the lighting make sense. I'm curious what this all looks like from down there now, though. Now that we actually have, like, some trees and stuff, it should be poking up just above the, mountain line. At least for now. Oh, yeah. Let's see it. Yeah. Okay, I like this. I do like this. From here. Yeah, I mean, once you add, like, you know, the remaining mountain bits, it's not gonna be so bad. Because it adds a lot more depth to the build, you know, there's more behind just these peaks. And that was kind of the whole problem we were running into in the first place was, you know, by themselves they look good, but now I feel like they look a whole lot better. I really do. Let me think here for a second. I also need to pull up something on my phone. Um, there we go. Okay. I think, I don't know, but I think, yeah, okay, we're good. Um, so, for this build, I'm gonna have to get more stone. Okay. I need to really make a stone farm after this wood farm is done. Ooh, wait. Okay, that auto crafter thing that's coming is gonna make it so you can auto craft fuel types now. A lot of fuel types. So what I might be able to do now is make like a TNT powered cobblestone farm. And then that could run into another farm. That way I don't have to worry about breaking any pickaxes or anything. It's not a bad idea. That's really not a bad idea. Let's get a look at it from the top of this tower. Ow. I do like that. I do like that. And I mean, it might not always be visible, but for now, that's not bad. I do think, if anything, we need to add a couple more rocks in certain spots, but it's not bad. A little button, like a couple of buttons would be nice. Let me see if I kept any of those buttons. I made a ton of them. I think I know where they are. A couple of stone buttons would just go a long way, man. I think it would look really, really nice. Kinetic energy, maybe, but not falling. What? Excuse me? I wasn't even coming in that hot. That was like slow. Okay. Sure. Sure, Minecraft, sure. I have 9 stone buttons. Is that it? It appears that way. I'm gonna take all of this stone. I don't need a bunch of stone buttons, but I'm gonna make a bunch anyway. Okay, here we go. Can I make it? I can. Nice. I think. No, I won't be able to make it. Never mind. Very, very close. Okay. So these stone buttons, one can go around these larger rocks. No, not there. Okay, I'll do those, that one. And then we'll do like a rock over here. I definitely think a rock right here makes sense. Can actually make this a pretty big one too. Okay, like that, yeah. There we go. Do like one of these. And this, and this, and this. Okay. Hopefully that kind of helps around the rocks a little bit. Although the rocks really weren't the bare spots, I feel like that will help. Kind of try to add some around these trails. And then what I might go through and do is add some bone meal to the areas that have grass. And then that should kind of also help a little bit. Okay, get rid of all the... Okay, wow. Get rid of all the tall grass and any flowers that really don't match up our wants here. We can get rid of the poppies because I don't ever use poppies, and when I do, I have plenty of them. Well, you know what? Let's get rid of the grass seeds because I don't, or wheat seeds. Sorry, I don't ever use wheat seeds, and I have a lot more of those laying around. Okay, this is looking nice. Yeah, that adds a whole lot more to this build. I like that. Okay, the question is, how much more bone meal do I need? do a little bit here, one here. Okay. And there we go. That is nice. I do like that. Okay. I'd really like to finish this, but a lot of it just relies on the grass to finish growing, and I can't really do anything about the speed at which it's going. We're just gonna have to wait on that. You know what? Let me see something really quick. Just for a second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Well, I have an idea. See, I'm tired, and unfortunately, my you know my build has reached pretty much the end of what I can do for a little bit. I'm gonna have to AFK it for a minute, and then I might build my wood farm tonight. That's been kind of an ongoing meme that I keep saying I'm gonna build it and then not building it, but I might build it tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But you know what we can do? We can go say hello to a homie. I know it's a little bit early for this, but you know, I'm tired. We're all tired. So let's go say hello to my friend justcuz_live and see what he's up to. He's currently playing some Overwatch, so if you guys join in, you'll get to see a cool streamer. He's also got drops enabled, so if you do play Overwatch, it looks like you might possibly be able to get something. Let me view the details here. Ah, okay, there's a special skin that you guys can unlock, for Wrecking Ball, so, that's a pretty cool thing. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.